Okay, so today I want to show you how the kick and bass was made for my new track called Poppy, released on Pure Trance Neon. It's just been released. So just wanted to quickly show you how the kick and bass was created for this. I wanted to go for that old classic trance sound. So I'm just going to go through each of the channels and kind of show you how it's kind of made up. It's just a little bit of an insight how it was made. So we've got the kick here. I can't remember exactly where the kick came from. I've pretty much been using my 909 kicks from the website for nearly all of these style tracks. So there's a good chance it came from there. So this is the kick, very simple sort of kick. And I've just took a little bit of the high end off there just to... Such a small amount. I just felt like it was needed with the rest of the track. Let's actually play the kick and bass for you to be able to hear it as well, all in context. CPU's going a little bit funky there. But yeah, so that's the kick. A little bit of the top taken off. Very simple sort of kick. Then next up, we've got this bass pattern here, which is just like a rolling bass line, right? So very sort of simple bass pattern. This is it on its own. Now you will notice here there's some very small tweaks to the velocity. Now, that velocity is mapped to the cutoff inside the Legend. This is a great synth. I've been using this a lot for my basses recently. So if we come back here, you'll see that the velocity is sent to the filter. There's a tiny little bit there sent to the envelope amount as well. But that's going to be not too noticeable. But it's just to sort of make it, because it is such a basic rolling bass line, it's just going to give it that little bit more interest and a little bit of changes each note. So let's have a little look how it's made up. It's a saw wave. It's just one oscillator. Anything else on here? Nope, just a bit of envelope amount on the cutoff. And that's about it, really. There's nothing too crazy to it, but I do love the sound of this synth. It's a mono bass. And if we flip back to the back here, you'll also notice that the phase isn't locked, just to sort of give it that little bit more groove. With this type of bass line, I didn't want it dead static. So it's got a little bit of movement there with the phase. And we've also got a little bit of drift on the oscillator there as well, to sort of give it that little bit more of a sort of analog feel to it. So there is no effects built into this synth. Well, they're not turned on anyway. I've got them turned off. And then what I've come and done here, just done a little bit of EQing, rolled a little bit off here, took a little dip out of here, I believe. Yeah, it was sounding a little bit woolly there, so I've just rolled a little bit off there, and I've rolled a little bit off the top as well. I'll show you the difference there. Just a tiny little bit of amount, just to make it sound a little bit more duller. Then we've got a side chain going to the kick. Not a great deal of ducking going on there. Some plugins here which I haven't used. I would have been testing different delays and the reverbs here. We've got an LFO tool on here. This is just doing another little bit of ducking. Probably not necessarily needed that one there. I would have been testing the two there to see which one works better, and they've ended up both on. The delay here, I've got a ping pong delay. I've rolled off quite a bit of the low frequencies there. I don't want to get muddy, so it's only really sort of playing above the 9 kilohertz mark there. Then the filter is to come on earlier on in the track. There's nothing else. Tested the drum bus on it, didn't use that. And then I realized that it was lacking a little bit in the low end. So I've added in a little bit of a low boost there. And what else have we got here? We also have another LFO tool, and this one's ducking heavily below 162 hertz to get out the way of that kick, to make sure there's no sort of phasing issues happening there. So that's the bass line on its own, pretty simple, but the next sounds that sort of give it a lot more flavor are these bass stabs here. So if I bring them all in. So there's a nice sort of little call and response going on there with this, with these bass hits, so that you can see they're playing. These ones are muted. I've obviously just again been testing different areas, but you'll actually see that I originally had one here, and then I've gone and placed a different sound to it for this one, for this spot. So if I just show you the 3 different MIDI patterns, you'll see that they're just slightly changing in different areas, all still playing on the root note, which is E, same as the bass. But they just give it that nice little bit of groove. So this one again is Legend. Quite a bit of low end cut off there to make room for the main bass. This is just a decorative stab. What have we got here? We've got 2 oscillators, saw, and a pulse. And what else have we got? This is in unison mode. Quite a bit of detune. Some effects on this, is there? Yep, effects on this. We've got a bit of delay and a little bit of reverb there. A little bit of sidechain. Actually, no, the sidechain isn't even triggered off the kick. It's just there to look, I believe. Play. Come on. I would have had it on there for a reason, and I've not actually used it. It should be off. Again, I do quite a lot of testing with different things. Don't always go ahead with them, but you can see it's not actually triggering anything anyway. So Echo Boy here for some more delay and movement to it. Got this rhythmic cavern preset here, and that's that on that one. So if I turn the Echo Boy off, gives it sort of a nice little bit of texture there. Now, if we go to the next one, we have again, Legend. This time it's sort of like a wonky sort of sound. Again, another Legend. That's an actual Legend preset. 2 oscillators. Any effects on here? Now I turn them off. Yep. So I say you can make these bass hits yourself, or you go through and check out some presets or whatever you want to use. The main thing with this is I want them to sound cohesive and work nicely together, and have that nice sort of groove to them. If they all sound too random, it can get a little bit sort of like, I don't know, sound a bit weird. But if you can get 3 different hits that sound cohesive with each other as well at the same time, it works quite nicely. Again, this compressor isn't doing anything. I know what's happened here. I've basically created a channel, and this is my typical strip of things that I use, and I forgot to turn these off. So Echo Boy there on that one is, again, just another strange preset. Alien Pong Ping. If I turn this off, and I just try out different delays and stuff on these, and then I've got the super plate there, just adding a little bit of reverb, not a great deal. Really nice plate reverb. This, give it a bit of extra sheen to it, and then we have this other bass stab, and this again. Oh no, this is Zebra. This one, right? So let's just open this one up. Zebra. This is one of an atmosphere preset that I use. So it's not necessarily a bass hit, but it's sort of work with the rest of them. So we've just got 1 oscillator here. It is a saw, got a bandpass filter, and the bandpass filter is going through these LFOs here, just to sort of sweep the cut off there. So again, same chain on this. super plate, echo boy off, and then yeah, that's it. So when they're all together, it makes a nice sort of like nice sort of groove and all work together nicely. Play it with a bit of percussion and stuff. So yeah, that's the bass hits. That's it. With the bass hits, I've scooped out quite a bit there. That's just to make space for this main bass because I don't want these overpowering this. They're just sort of there to sort of decorate it. So yeah, I hope you've enjoyed the video. A little bit of an insight into the new track that I've just created called Poppy. If you want to go check it out or support it, you can do that by all means on Beatport, streaming, Spotify, all those sorts of things. So thanks a lot for watching. I hope you've enjoyed the video. If you've taken anything from it, please hit subscribe and like so you don't miss any more videos. And also, if you are struggling with trance production, be sure to head over to allanmorrowstudios.com where there's plenty of start to finish courses. There's actually a course creating this classic trance sort of style from start to finish. You want to check that out. So yeah, lots of other things on there in terms of production to help you out. MIDI packs, sample packs, everything you can think of. So yeah, thanks a lot for watching. I'll see you in the next one. Cheers. Bye.